Hi guys. So everyone has been asking how I make my homemade kombucha, and I just now poured some off and I'm making my new batch, so I figured I would show you guys how. It's just easier to do a video tutorial. So this is the SCOBY in the kombucha. My hands are washed, so I'll show you. It looks super wonky. So this is the SCOBY, which I know that looks crazy, but that is a whole bunch of really, really good for you bacteria, healthy bacteria. And so like this one, for instance, it's got quite a few layers going here. It's already kind of separated itself. So what you can do is you separate these when it gets that big, and you can use one of these pancake shaped SCOBYs and start another batch, and they will just keep like growing in slowly into more SCOBYs. So that one's about ready for a gallon jar actually. And so I just am doing mine in 2-quart jars currently, but that one is ready to transition to a gallon jar, which I probably will be doing. I used to do them in, I think there were 3-gallon size jars. I'd have like 10 gallons going at a time. So anyway, this is what is in there after I've poured it off. And so like right here is my strawberry pineapple kombucha. I poured the kombucha tea off this into the jar and put fresh strawberries and pineapple in there, and now it's doing what's called a second ferment. So that's gonna sit for 24 plus hours. It could be 48 hours depending. And then it's gonna get like bubbly like a soda pop, and then it's ready to strain off the fruit, and then you can refrigerate it and drink it. So this is doing the second ferment right now, and that's what makes it taste so amazing. So this is the first ferment after that was poured off. So anyway, there's the SCOBY. And what you do is, a lot of people use black tea, but it's okay when it's done with black tea. I didn't ever really think it was amazing. So what I do is I made up my own recipe for the 2-quart jar. I do 2 bags of the Tazo Zen tea. So 2 tea bags of that, 2 of them. And then I just have I think it's like the Walmart brand green tea. If I could find an organic one, I would get that, but it seems like I got a great deal on this, so I grabbed it, and it's lasted a while. And then 2 of just green tea. So I don't use black tea in mine. So 4 of them for a 2-quart container. And then 3/4 to 1 cup of sugar. So I'm gonna put that in my bowl. I have already brewed the tea, and you want it to steep for like 15 minutes. So that's hot. It's hot. Ouch. Okay. And get a spatula. So I'm gonna pour the hot tea in with the sugar and stir it in. You don't want to pour the hot tea in with your SCOBY because it will kill that good bacteria, and you could kill your SCOBY, and that would be bad. So I'm just mixing it in, and then I'm going to add cold water to it. I use my tap water. If you have city water, you don't want to use that because it might have fluoride in it. It could have chlorine. If you just have well water, and this is not soft water, my cold doesn't run through the softener, you can use that. Otherwise, you can buy like spring water in the store, but I just use this. So it's got the tea in there that has steeped for like 15 minutes, and the sugar, the cold water. So now that's just a cool temp. And I'm gonna pour it in with the SCOBY. There's a little bit of sugar in there yet. Normally I would make sure the sugar was all dissolved, but I was just in a hurry. It doesn't matter. But so some people are like, well, hi Christina. It's kombucha, so I'll explain it. Like you're so healthy, why are you adding so much sugar? The kombucha feeds off the sugar. So like the good healthy bacteria, the sugar is its food. So it eats the sugar and it breaks it down and it turns it into a lower sugar drink. So Christina, I'll show you with this one since you just jumped on. So kombucha comes from this, this is a SCOBY. I know they look super crazy and most people are like, oh, it's like a mushroom or like a big ball of mucus. It kind of is like that, but it's not. Grab it out. This one is a younger, smaller, I flipped it inside out, SCOBY. So it's not as big as that one. That one's actually quite large. So that's the SCOBY. They're like little pancakes and they form in layers. I'll show you with this one. My hands are clean. That's why I'm handling it. So you can see with that one, see it's got like layers. It just forms a layer on top of a layer slowly each time. This one's ready for a bigger jar. So that will end up probably next time in a gallon jar, which is what I'm trying to get up to, is my gallon or my 3-gallon jars again. So currently I just have two quart jars going. So anyway, it's got a lot of, like I was saying, good bacteria in it. It's got natural B vitamins. It's really, really great for your gut. So if drugs can mess up your gut, your natural biome, if you have been on antibiotics, that screws up your healthy gut bacteria. So this is just super, super good for you. And it will get like, I don't know if you can see, this is okay. I know it looks like weird, like what is that? That is just strands of that good, healthy bacteria forming. And sometimes you'll have tendrils that come down. That's okay. So when I do here's 2 more jars. When I do the second ferment, I'll just pour it off in here with the fruit in there. But then I'll run it through when I pour it off from the second ferment. I'll run it through something like this. And that'll just get all the stringy stuff off. Just so you don't feel like you're eating algae or something because it's stringy. So that's how it is. It's super simple. So if I was going to do, when I generally do in a gallon jar, I would do 4 of the Zen tea bags, 4 of the green tea. And then you can do 3/4 to 1 cup of sugar. So you would just double that. Probably for a gallon, I would probably do 1.5 cup. And that's it. And then it sits for like 2 weeks. It, depending, like this one was faster because this SCOBY's getting so big. So this one actually was done a lot quicker. It kind of is like a form of an alcoholic drink. And if it sits long enough, you can make an alcoholic drink. There's alcoholic kombucha. I've accidentally done that and it doesn't take much. It does the job. And then I've actually made vinegar because I let it sit so long. I just neglected it. I think it was when we moved here to the farm. And so I actually ended up with a whole gallon of vinegar. And it was amazing. It was the smoothest vinegar you've ever had. So, and plus it's really good for you. Still got that really good healthy bacteria in there. And it'll have like, something will settle on the bottom. They call that the mother. That's a good sign. So if you drink like vinegar in your water or juice, kombucha vinegar is really, really good because it's really smooth. It's not so like hot and tangy like apple cider vinegar would be. And it makes really good salad dressings. But anyway, that is how it's done. See, it's super, super simple. You definitely want, like a lot of people don't necessarily do a second ferment with fruit. You can pour it out and drink it like it is, but then it's not quite so good. The second ferment adds the fruity flavor, and you can use fresh or frozen fruits to it. So that's it. All right. Well, I'm going to get dinner, so hopefully that was helpful.